And hello, Wakasm is back today with another play of the Lone Gun, the solo campaign. We are on chapter 11. I'm committed to finishing this campaign in the next week. Been getting 1 or 2 game plays in a week. Had a busy work week, as one does when they have a job and a kid to raise, but we're squeezing in the games. We're getting the games in. So if you like watching people get some games in, that's what I do on this channel. I play board games, I play video games, I talk about video games, I talk about board games. One day we'll be doing more, hopefully, as time passes. Hopefully we'll get there. But for now, we are on chapter 11 of this solo roll and write board game. But before we get started, we have some housekeeping to talk about. So first things first, this is my progress, and if you look down here, even though my video for the last session I think ended at 104, thanks to some very eagle-eyed watchers, I guess, my rules people, you can see in the comments of that video, I did make a rules mistake that it was felt that I should subtract some points from that mistake. I will cover what the mistake is in this game if I even get to make it again. Basically, it has to do with the dynamite. I keep misreading the way it works and kind of gave myself an extra action, which netted me some extra points. I don't think it would have changed the course of the game, but it is something that for the last 2 chapters I want to get right. I think I was playing it right in earlier chapters, and then at some point, just in my head, switched how it works. It's something that's very common I do. I don't know if it's something that's very common that you do, but I feel like if everyone in the world recorded themselves playing their solo games, everyone else would be able to spot rules mistakes just the same. I'm probably not alone. And since I don't edit my videos much, all the mistakes are there. It's not scripted. I just play all this stuff. So thank you for noting that though. And we subtracted the points, but I still got my 2 legendary points, although I just realized I didn't update the points for the 2 legendary points. I have an X in there on this screen right here. I'll have to update that later. But yeah, some other housekeeping. If you haven't been following along, giving away some print and play copies of Fliptown. Could probably throw in the Lone Gun if it's something that you need or are curious about. But it's only the print and play copies. It's kind of an honor playing this game so much on my channel. So we have ran another raffle. So we have another winner to point out. So last week's winner, Marco E7Y8F, you haven't reached out to me for your copy, but you did comment again and enter the second drawing, so maybe you didn't know. So I'm going to reiterate, just reach out to me on Discord so I can send you the link. That would be great. The Discord is in my profile on YouTube or in the comments. So yeah, and then we ran a second raffle on the next video, which was chapter 10, and we did get a different winner. And we got Natanator77, who said, "Oh damn, looks like I lost the coin flip. That tracks with my luck in board games. Haha! I almost pulled the trigger on a physical copy of this game over the weekend, but decided instead to go with the anarchy that everyone's talking about on Reddit. Super excited for that. Kind of glad I went with the other game in the end because I had no idea that there was a new version of Flip Time coming. I didn't see the rest of the comment. It got cut off. I didn't memorize it anyway. And then speaking of which, more Fliptown. Hey, what's going on here? There we go. The new Fliptown campaign is live. Kind of talked about it last week. It's Flip Voyage and Fliptown New Frontier. So now since it's public, I guess I can talk about both of them on the channel if you are curious. I have not played Flip Voyage. I've only watched the YouTube videos that are out there. But I did get to play New Frontier, and I can kind of comment on that. I did back both of them. Well, you can't see it here because I'm not like logged in here, but I did back the full, where is it? The All the Right Stuff $95 one. I figured since I've only played the print and play stuff, I might as well get the physical copy just to support them. So that's what I'm doing. I'm one of these 138 backers. I don't know which backer I am specifically, But yeah, just letting you know, I pay for my games and did back the game. So my thoughts about Fliptown New Frontier is it is a lot more of the same for the game. There are some cool mechanics and some hard mechanics and then some kind of meh mechanics. I don't know how many pictures they show here, but yeah, here we go. Wrangling the cows is pretty fun. It's like a blackjack mechanic. Pen for gold in the river is very similar to the mines, just with some dead ends, so not too much crazy going on there. Take a ride on the rails is very similar to what is it called? The trail in the first game, except for like you get to make choices like that branch off, and when you make the branch off, you get hard luck, which is kind of the new mechanic for this expansion that you had to go through. And then there's a new town that has all new powers. Some of the powers are cool, some of the powers are kind of meh. Some of the powers I didn't really figure out a use for, but maybe if they do another solo campaign with this, you know, I'll see more use for them. Then there's the new concept for crochet bonuses, which you can kind of take the two expansions and play them side by side. And basically the way that works is, like, let's say you get a heart bonus on one board, you shoot over to the other board and go to the heart section on that one, so you don't get to use the bonus on the board you get the bonus on. I did not get a chance to play the double barrel mode to really have a feedback on that, but it does add a fourth round, so it will be like a really high scoring game. I think I'm most excited for the more characters and more cowbots. And then the sidekicks too. I don't know if, you know, rules as written, if you can use the sidekicks in the base game or if they're only used for this double barrel mode, but I didn't get to play with those either because they were not ready when I play tested the game. But yeah, I think the cowbots are really cool. Hopefully they add enough. I don't know how many are going to be in the expansion, but more cowbots are better. And yeah, that's just kind of my thought process with, oh, okay, it says it all here. There's 6 new cowbots. So hopefully these are usable on both sides and not just for this side. But yeah, not 100% sure. But yeah, I like just this as an addition. And then I guess there's the specialists mini expansion, which I don't know anything about. So I'm curious to see what that adds to the game. There is a rule book. I could download it, but we're not going to kind of go through that right now. But yeah, overall, when I played it, it was definitely a harder map, at least for my play style. The whole blackjack thing can feel very punishing. It's a similar kind of gamble mechanic as just, you know, robbing people in the first one, but you're doing multiple cards instead of one card. The only 2 things I didn't like about the expansion was, one, the cards, like you go through the deck a lot more because of the blackjack mechanic, which means that if you're going for like a poker hand, you could essentially pull out cards that you want for your poker hand, and they get, you know, you basically can go through almost all 52 cards. Probably you can go through all 52 cards if you get really bad blackjack hands. I don't know, that part felt a little bit wonky to me, but that was like really my only complaint. And the only other thing is there's a town thing that basically there's chickens all over the map, and when you go to places that have chickens, you get to circle it, and if you can collect more chickens, you get more points. It's kind of like another kind of like, I feel like the silver star scoring, where you get points based on how much you do. I liked the concept. I had suggested to them that maybe make the chickens like a variable thing, where like when you open up the game, you pull out 12 cards and put chickens all over the map. I even mentioned like make like a little chicken stamp or marker or something, very similar to that game that just came out that had really cool markers that I can't think of the name of it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it was called Tend, I think, that had these like markers that like had shapes. Thought it would be really cool to get like a chicken one that you could use, and instead of having fixed chickens all over the map, it would maybe create like, it would probably like make different areas of the map, if it was randomized, more interesting, because then you could go for the chicken bonus if you took those areas. I don't know. It was just a suggestion. I still might try to play it as a variant when it comes out and just like write chickens all over the map, but I don't know. It had like a very like, I don't know, Link, Legend of Zelda, like get all the chickens from all over the world and throw them in the pen kind of thing, and that's what I got reminded of. So I got super excited about the chickens, but then in play, because all the chickens are fixed, it's like you either have to go for all the chickens or not. They're not really worth it to go after. I don't know. At least that was my impression of them. So Anyway, other than those two ideas, it seems pretty solid. You know, more Fliptown. You may not like it if you get really attached to the base map. So, you know, there's that, but I felt it was worth supporting, so I backed it. And then there's also Flip Voyage, which I don't know, I watched some videos on. I also obviously backed it. I'll back anything by Right Stuff Games right now since I love Fliptown so much. But I was a little bit worried about the mechanics of it. It seemed neat, but it didn't really push like the system as far as I really would have liked. Like, I kind of hope their next game gets to like a level deeper complexity than Fliptown. This kind of felt like a step backwards, or maybe like on the same line. But also, like, a couple things I noticed was there's no poker mechanics, so there's a lot less gambling with the cards. Again, you kind of have to gamble with, like, I don't know, there's this mechanic where you travel over the seaboard, like right here, and the more you travel, the faster the game ends. So there's a little bit of like, you're kind of incentivized possibly to get low cards. But the way the bot scores kind of makes it seem like you also might want to be incentivized to end the game early. I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment for when I see it, when I play it, but I did, you know, watch one playthrough video, and that was kind of like my only thought there was there's not really any gambly things like Fliptown has, which is one of the things I like. I like taking 1 or 2 actions per game where you can really, you know, gamble a little bit and try to get things to pay off in the future. And I didn't really see as much of that, but maybe it's there. But yeah, it's this row up here that I'm worried about. It's at least the video that I played, it seems like these are the way the bot scores, or one of the ways. But like, so basically, like, this would be when you circle something on the map up here, the bot scores, or when you take this action, which I think is maybe this one right here, and when you take this action, which is this one right here. So like, if on a turn I was to right here, and right here, the bot would score 15 points. And it seems like these cards just stay out. So if you don't trigger them, you just keep adding cards. So at some point, no matter what you do, the bot's going to score. I don't know. It just felt like with the cowbots, it feels like you can play around the cowbots. Where this, it feels like the bot is just going to score no matter what. And then it's kind of up to you to decide, do you want to end the game sooner so the bot can score less, or try to get more points? Again, I don't know. I also didn't really get a good idea of what all the powers are. Like, this submarine thing is kind of like the town in Fliptown, and each one of these are powers. Quickly looking at it, I didn't really see that many interesting powers. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of... I was excited before I saw it, and my excitement has kind of took a step back, like one level. But like I said, I'll still play it. I'm sure it's going to be a solid game. I just think it might be, I might like it a little bit less than Fliptown. We'll see. Maybe when I play it, I like it more. We'll find out. But anyway, Fliptown campaign is out. I've spent a lot of time talking about it. So we are going to get started and with actual Fliptown campaign stuff. So again, if you're a winner, go comment on my Discord. Otherwise, let's get started. We have Chapter 11, A Glimmer of Hope.
Chapter 11, A Glimmer of Hope. You stand atop a high ridge, surveying the vast expanse of land you've come to know like the back of your hand. Weeks of toil, sweat, and constant travel have finally brought you some prosperity, a new feeling of comfort in this unforgiving frontier. You have a little cash, a few nuggets, and several items to call your own. Even better, it seems the sheriff has finally given up his pursuit of you. Could it be your luck has finally turned? You decide to test that theory with a little prospecting. As they say, fortune favors the bold. Heart racing with anticipation, you set your sights on the nearby mine rumored to hold untold riches. With dreams of gold dancing in your mind, you venture into the depths of the earth. Perhaps a lucky strike will help you finally settle into the more peaceful life that's eluded you.
Alrighty, so that is the story. We're going to the mines this game. Let's kind of go look and see what that's going to be all about. Whoops. Where is it? Which one? Which button? This one. There we go. Alright, so first we got Chapter 11. Before you begin, you have to pick either the pack mule, and the pack mule allows you to hold 2 extra special items. basically, if you don't have the pack horse, I guess what happens, or the pack mule, you got to take 2 items and you can't play with them this game. So I guess it just lets you like keep everything you have, or you can get the rig scale, and once per game when visiting the Prospectors Club, for every 1 gold you pay, gain 2 stars instead of 1, then gain 4 wanted. So I guess if you get a lot of gold and go to the Prospectors Club, this could be worth an extra 8 victory points, which, you know, pretty solid. But I don't know, I like the idea of the pack mule, so that's what we're gonna keep, the pack mule. And that's really everything there, if I understand it correctly. Basically it says if you don't have the pack mule, you must leave any 2 items of your choice behind your inventory card. You may not play with these items again. Items this game. So I'm curious if next chapter, if I don't have the pack mule, if I get the same punishment or not, or if it's just this game. So we'll see. I don't know, maybe the pack mule will pay off in some story related thing or something, but we'll find out, I guess. And then there's the law of the land. This one seems a little bit more straightforward. In the mind, you cannot descend to a lower level until all chambers in the level above it have been circled. And then also you must gain at least 24 points from silver stars, which may be obtained in the mine and hotel. So this is a silver star game, which is not something that I guess I do usually get a lot of points on the silver star, but yeah. And also kind of related, I mentioned it, I've been playing the dynamite wrong. Once per game in the mine, you may ignore your value card and blast the path left or right to an adjacent chamber, circling it and gaining all rewards but none of the wanted. So yeah, it's not like a free action. I have to use it as an action, which is how I cheated. So like if I use it as part of my bonus action, like then I can go left or right, or if I use it as a card, but it's not like I go to a spot and then blow into the next spot. That's too powerful. And that's what was corrected for me last game. So if you were part of the correcting me on rules, I appreciate it. And then we have the lasso, the dynamite, the horse. We have the tinderbox, the widowmaker, the wheelbarrow, the lucky bullet, and then now the pack mule, who really doesn't do anything other than, I think, lets me keep all my items, if I understand it. So that is everything. So we are going to get started. So we're going to get started first. I already shuffled, but I guess we'll do another shuffle just in case. And we will put a card in the sheriff. And I play the Hold'em variant, which lets you have 2 whole cards. I think it's much better than like the basic poker variant. I spent a lot of time on the solo board gaming subreddit. If you don't know, I'm a mod there. That's who I am. I'm wakasm, same name. If you're ever over there, you can go, oh, that's that guy. That's me. I guess what I'm a Redditor looks like, or what a Redditor mod looks like. But I always hear that a lot of people don't really go for the poker hands, and I think it's probably because they're not playing with the Hold'em. The Hold'em really gets you more interesting poker hands, so just something to consider if you're playing the game for the first time. All right, so we are going to get started. A couple more things, just in case you haven't watched the last 10 games. I'm starting as the stranger, but I'm starting on the red side because last game I did get above the, where is it? Here, if you look at the chapter score on hard mode, yeah, I am playing on hard mode, by the way, something to keep in mind. I had to get above 90 points to get 2 legendary points, and every time you do that, you kind of like lose your special power for the next game. So instead of having an extra special ability and more starting resources, I have less starting resources, and I also start with a 3 wanted. So just, I don't think I mentioned it enough, but yeah. So anyway, we are going to get started, and what are we going to do? We are going to draw 3 cards and see how today goes. So we have to go to the mines a lot or the hotel a lot. Another thing I see a lot of people always say is they go to the hotel a lot. I think that was even a comment on on the YouTube video. I don't know why I don't go to the hotel as much. I probably should. Wow, this is such a good hand for a straight. All the cards I want for a straight are here. We want to go to the mines, but I want the 7 for the diamonds and the 5. So maybe I'll just do this now and see what we can do in town first with what we have going on. Let's see. We have a 4, which means that we could potentially go here. We can get a hammer, a point, But we do not have 3 money to do this, so that's probably a bad idea. So our other option is we could just go to the trail, and that might be a better option to start with, to be honest, because we can nab one of these, and we'll probably grab the hammer because I feel like we're going to be getting a lot of gold this game, and we're not going to be getting a lot of money this game. Well, we will have to get money, but we won't be getting as much. So whether that was smart to make this decision for a poker hand, I don't know, but we'll see if I get another diamond. I just realized actually I could have actually done something different. Hold on. We're going to undo everything. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I had this. I realized this is a club. For some reason I thought this was a spade, so I probably actually want to do this, which means I'll just go to the mine instead, and basically I'll get the same thing. I'm just going to do it more efficiently, I guess, since we have to go to the mines anyway. So we're going to go here, and we're going to get a hammer and a gold that way instead. They'll get the hammer. I'm just actually going to the mines. Don't know why I didn't see it. For some reason, the way I have my monitor set up, like this is the furthest, this card is like the furthest away from me, and it just looked like a spade to me. Maybe I need to get my eyes checked. I don't know. Anyway, other than that, that's all we're doing. We are now going to flip over 3 more cards, and not a club in sight here, but we do have a 7 for a potential straight, also 8 for potential straight. So depending on what values we want, we can do both. With a 7, if we use 2 golds, we could just start this hotel process right away, but we need money in order to really go deep into the mines. So I think all we're going to do is we're going to take the 7 here, and we're just going to go to the trail with the 8, and we're going to do what we did last turn. We're going to get the hammer. So we have 2 hammers, so we can start getting money, monies after the first 5 cards. We just have to survive the first 5 cards. No wanted yet. Well, other than the starting wanted that we have, we are in round 3. We're hoping for, I mean, a club is not horrible. We're hoping for a 4 or an 8, or maybe the club. I don't know yet. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I take this, potentially 3, 4, 5, I just need a 4 for the straight or 2 clubs for the flush. So which means that I can either go to the town for 9, or I can go to the trail for 2, and I already took the 2. So let's see what the 9 town space is. Well, we don't have any money to buy the pistol, so if I take that action, it's not great for us. But I could use a gold, and I think I'm going to do this. It's probably a horrible idea, but I did kind of mention that I like gambling. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this 9 into a 10 with a gold, especially since I'm going to be getting a lot of gold this game anyway. I don't love it. I don't love what I'm doing. I'm just being very vocal about that right now, but we're going to do it. And we are going to instead kind of go down here, and we are going to go here, and we're going to go here, and we're going to gamble kings because we haven't seen any kings. Now, whenever I do this, I never get the card. Like, I've already seen a queen, I've already seen a jack, so there's less queens and less jacks, and now we're guaranteed to get queens and jacks. So we'll see what actually happens. But instead of taking this, I think we're going to immediately, right away, use one of our items. Where is it? We're going to use not the Widowmaker. Is it the Lucky Bullet? Once per game in town, when crossing on a building's bonus star, you may instead take the bonus action of any uncircled building in that same row. So we are going to do that. Let's use this item real quick. What is happening? Why is none of this? Something is not loading on my end. All right, let's see. All right, I chose correctly. All right. So we're going to do that to use this as a free action. And instead of getting a free victory point, we're just going to cross this out to remind us that we don't get it. And we're just going to simply do the smart thing here. And we're going to take the other path. And we are going to get a gold and then a pan. That's what we're going to do, I think. So we're going to get a pan. We're going to get a gold back for that. and we are working our way down the mine so we can start scoring all of this. Now in the mine alone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points to be had, but that is not enough. We need 24 points, and I don't know how hard that's going to be to get, so we're going to hope that we're not making any mistakes here, but we're going to push on and see what we get. All right, let's see. We got an 8. Oh, look at that. That's another club. A 9, another club, and a 4. So no kings, but we did get the 4. So let's just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just go with that. I could gamble and go for the club instead, but we do have some clubs trashed already. But we got to see if this is worth it. 8 and 9 in town. Let's see. This may not be worth it. We might just have to go to the cemetery for this round. Let's see. We go here. We don't have the money for any of this, and if we go here, we don't have the money for any of this. We could, you know what? Let's do something stupid. We're gonna do something stupid. We're gonna come back here. We're gonna spend another gold, and we're gonna gamble on another one. I've never gambled on more than one of these, I don't think. Maybe it will pay off. Maybe it won't. We're gonna see. I'm gonna gamble on queens. And watch now, we're gonna get like 2 jacks in the next thing. In order to do that, so I feel like this is suboptimal play. I'm being honest. The right move probably would have been to go to the cemetery, get a wanted, get some money. That probably would have played, or get another hammer maybe, but we're not doing that. We are gonna gamble. All right, so we have the straight, so we don't really care what we get. So what we want are queens and kings, or an ace, I guess, or 6, or 4. So we would have got the extra club if we would have taken a club, and we would have had a flush, which would have been one more victory point and one more money for our poker hand. But it is what it is. We do have 2 diamonds here though, which seems like a pretty straightforward thing to just go do. Question is, what do we want to do with what we have here? All right, so we can go here and we can either go to the Badlands or we can go to the trail. If we go to the trail, we can do something crazy maybe, and we have this item. Let's see let's see how it's worded so we don't forget. I think it's this one. Once per game, gain $2 for every trail site you skip on a turn. If you buy a horse at the stables, you gain that horse's benefit as normal. So we could like go all the way to the end here. Go all the way to the end, get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Whether that's a smart idea or not, I don't know, but that would be 20 money, and we don't have to worry about money anymore. And we can hyper focus on the hotel and the mines. You just kind of skip everything here. Then we could also use the horse. Is it the horse? Hold on, I don't remember what I have anymore power wise. Don't I get the lasso? Once per game on the trail, gain items listed on a trail site that you skip. So I can then take anything, really. I mean, maybe we just go all the way to the end, get the wanted. I don't know how smart that would be. That would put me at 6 wanted, but I get 6 victory points for that. And then just take this diamond action. Again, maybe we do that, and then maybe we peek at the sheriff card, or maybe we just get rid of all the wanted. So it's either these two, or I go here and then take this, or something along the way. Let's go crazy. I've never done this before. We'll go right to the end. Wait, so yeah, so what am I gonna do? I took my cards, right? Did I take my cards? I didn't take my cards yet. So we're just gonna take the 4, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do ace 6. We're gonna go to the mines. We're gonna, whoops, that's not the right thing. I want this. We're gonna boop, bloop. And we are gonna get a free gold. And then we are going to go to the trail, and we are gonna zip all the way to the end. We're gonna do it. This is not smart probably, but we're doing it anyway. We're gonna do king and queen. We're gonna get this 6 points and three wanted. So let's just mark all that down first. 6 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're past our These pink marks sort of remind me that we subtract 5 at the end of the game for the playing the Hold'em variant. So we're technically at 1 victory point right now. We're gonna get 3 wanted. All right. And then how much do we get here? We get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Is it per space skipped? It's either 20 or 22. I got to read the writing on the horse. So I'm gonna get 20 gold for that. So let's use the horse. Boom. And maybe getting all the hammers was not the smartest play if this is what we were gonna do, but this was not a planned thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We are losing 2 free actions, 1 free Badlands action and 1 free town action, but maybe we can make it up to ourselves. And then I'm going to use the lasso to take a free mine action. We already used 3 of our items in the first 5 turns. Whether that's the smartest thing to do or not, I don't know. Again, probably suboptimal plays here, but we are going to go to the mines. Make sure we cross that out. And I think we're just going to get a free town action now. We're going to go boop, boop. And then now I have to decide, well, let's get our free gold. And now I have to decide if I want to gamble. I have 6 wanted. And we are on the last turn. We're on card 5. So I could use this action and start my hotel stuff. I could go here and peek at the sheriff card, which I think I'm going to do because why not? I will get another free mine action and then we can take, yeah, let's just take care of that right away. I'm sold on my own idea. I was thinking about going here and just getting rid of all the wanted. I guess this is the safer play. If I just get rid of all the wanted now, then I don't have to worry about the sheriff card, which maybe that makes more sense to do. Since we have the opportunity to do this now and we have all the money, and then I can come down here on a future turn and peek at the sheriff card. But now I have these, so I can kind of like gamble the wanted away if I get kings and queens. I think we're gonna gamble and just hope that the sheriff is, you know, higher than a 4. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. So first, let's peek at the sheriff card and see what we want to do. The sheriff card is a 5 and we have 6 wanted, so we are going to not get the free point and we are going to take we're going to take this, the get rid of 2 wanted. All right, so I'm glad we did that. And then where is my, there we go. But we're not getting arrested this turn, but we do get another free mine action here. And I think instead of getting wanted, I could get this since it's like a controlled wanted situation. Because if I do this, I'm going to be forced to get a low cow, like one of these. And I don't really want one of these. I kind of want these 2 rows right here because we want these free actions. If we even go to the Badlands that much, we probably won't even go to the Badlands that much this game. So I think we're gonna play it safe. And let me just make sure I understand how this works. It's in the mine, you cannot descend to a lower level until all chambers in the level above it. All chambers in the level above it. Do we think, this is a rules question, do we think that means that this has to be circled, or is it only the chambers above it? Like this one only needs this one. Well, I know this is how it works already, right? Like I can't go to this one. Well, no, I could go to this one. I don't need both of them. In the mine, you cannot descend to a lower level until all chambers in the level above it have been circled. My gut tells me it's like I need just both of these, but I don't know. We're gonna see if the internet says anything. So I did look it up. I don't see an answer. So nope, not that. Here we go. So I did post asking on BGG. So we'll see if I get an answer. I probably won't get an answer before this is done. So I have to make an executive decision. I probably should just go with the hard mode and say that I have to do this before I could do anything on this level. But my original interpretation was that as long as I have like these two, I could do this one or this one. But we'll play it in hard mode and just say we have to do the entire row because we're going to be doing it anyway. This would be better right now than this for me, and we'll see if it bites me in the butt later, because this would allow me, since we know we have a 5 sheriff, I could get exactly to 5 wanted, get the victory points, and then I could be in a good place, and then I could take advantage of this later. But what can we do? I don't know the rule. Tell me what you think your interpretation of the rules are, but we're going to do it this way, hard mode, and we'll see if that question gets answered anytime soon. All right, so we got the gold. I think I just gave myself the gold without showing you, so let's redo it. Give myself the gold. We are going to go to the Badlands, and unfortunately, I would very much like to get something here, but instead we're just going to go up here and go after a 4 chicken. See if I get it. We'll get the 1 wanted this way, and we'll see if we can get the 2 victory points for it and maybe some money. So watch, like I lose by like 2 points now or something, or 1 action, and I can't fill out the whole row. And wow, look at that. We failed with a 3. So our 1 chicken, we get 1 victory point and no money. So not the greatest action of all time there, but we did fill out something in the mines. I do wish I did it the other way, but what can we do? All right, so now that that is all done, we are going to do the following. We're going to resolve our poker hand. We know that we have a straight, and that straight is a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is it? That's not all of clubs. Well, we don't really care. So it's just a straight. So we're gonna get 5 money and 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 5 money, 4 victory points. So we've made up most of the hold'em costs back. And then we are going to pan and work, which we have 1 pan and 2 hammers. So we might have went a little bit too hard on the money situation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1. And then we are going to do the sheriff, which we already know is a 5. We're all good. So we're going to recall and shuffle all these cards. We'll do it again for good measure. And we're going to move on to the next round of play. I'm not feeling great, but I feel like I say this every game, not feeling great. Feels like it's going to be a lower scoring game than I'm used to. We've effectively locked off all of the trail for us, so we're going to see how that pays off. We can't really score the trail, so that's going to be a issue for us in terms of getting a lot of points in terms of these. So we're going to have to make it up somewhere else, and that again might have been a mistake because the trail is kind of the easiest one to get a lot of mine points with. But anyway, I digress. Let's see how my decisions play out this game. So first we are going to give myself a sheriff card. We're going to give myself 2 hold'em cards. We have a clubs and we have a spades. If you were playing real poker, this would probably be a hand you would fold unless you get a really good flop. So we shall see what kind of cards I get. 1, 2, 3. So 4, 7, and 9. No queens and no kings, but we did get a 4. So we could either go for the spades and the 10, or we can go for a full house maybe with the 4. But we got spades and hearts. We can't go to the trail, so where it looks like we are going to be forced to go to the Badlands unless I decide to go to the graveyard with this hand, which we might do. So I think I'm going to take the 4 and maybe go for 4 of a kind or a full house. We'll see if I get lucky. And I think we are going to go to the graveyard because there is a free diamond action in here that we're going to want to take advantage of. And we do have the wheelbarrow, which lets us get a second previously gained reward. So if we go to the cemetery enough, we can kind of get like 2 diamond actions out of that. Whether that's the most efficient way to do it, I don't know, but it's probably better than going to the Badland 3 times. So we're going to do it this way and hope for the best. So we're going to circle this, which means we're going to get 4 more monies and then a wanted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. And we're playing fast and loose, hoping that our experience carries us through. Ace, 2, queen. We got a queen. Yes, this finally pays off. I think we're probably just going to get rid of some wanted level. Could just start piling up points and stuff, but if we get rid of some wanted, then we don't have to take actions to get rid of wanted, which is kind of like the same thing. So we're going to cross out 2 wanted here and look at our cards. So we did not get a 4. If I would have went with the spade, I'd have 3 spades right now towards a flush. So maybe that would have been a smarter play. But we do have a diamond to play around with here. So we can kind of go anywhere we want. And I think we'll just take the heart maybe. I don't know, maybe we'll get like 5 hearts. We got the queen potentially for a 10 jack. If we get more queens, that'll be good. So we'll do that, and then we'll go to the mine here, and we will just simply get 1 victory point. Whoops. We're going to get 1 victory point, 1 wanted, and 6 gold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 wanted back, and then 1 victory point. All right, this looks like it's going to be a challenging game. I feel like this is not... Let's remind ourselves what other powers I have before it's too late. Pack Mule does nothing. What does this do? Once per game, I can burn a card in the lineup and draw 2 new cards, choosing the one to keep and 1 to discard. I don't know when I want to use that, but Dynamite will be useful. Well, the Dynamite's not useful at all based on the rule we're playing with actually this game. So if we were playing that like right now, I could say I could go here. I could have went here before this, or say I get this, and then that means I could go here. Then the Dynamite would be pretty decent. I don't know. Actually, it's not decent at all because no matter what, I have to have the stuff above it. So I don't think the Dynamite's going to help me in all this game. So it's just basically the wheelbarrow. And then once per game, I can double the cash gain to the Badlands. So I just have to like be successful in the Badlands once and double it. So I don't have a lot of tricks up my sleeve the remainder of this game. So anyway. There's another queen. We said we wanted queens. So we're going to take the queen, probably put it over here. And then both of these are bad, but we have a lot of gold to play with. So maybe we just get through what we need to do with gold this game. It's something I don't usually do, but maybe that's what we do since we're getting so much of it. But I do get a queen, which means that I'm going to go with my strategy of getting rid of wanted. Here we go. 1, 2. Okay. Then I want to get the next chamber over. I could turn this into a diamond and just get the next chamber over. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use 2 gold. I think that's kind of the play here, is it's teaching me that I can get a lot more diamond actions by spending gold. And we're going to do a 2 points, a wanted, and 4 gold. So we're going to get 4 gold back, and then we're going to get 2 victory points and 1 wanted. So we're back up to 4 wanted now. Yep. If this is good or not, I don't know. But if we keep gambling, if we keep getting lucky on these kings and queens, that would help it. There's a king. So doesn't help our hand. Although I could take a heart and then no, we can't get a flush anymore. We're out of flush possibilities. We need a king or another queen. Another queen would be perfect, but since we got another king, let's immediately kind of do the following. Let's get rid of 2 wanted, so we don't have to worry about wanted, and hopefully we don't have bad things happen to us. And then let's just see what we want to do with our cards. Let's see if I want to go to the town with a 6 or an 8 first. With a 6, I can get rid of wanted. With an 8, I can do this. Or I start going to the hotel. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to just keep, I don't know, the 8. Oh, we haven't seen any 8s yet, right? Sure. So we're going to keep the 8. Whoops. And I'm going to use a gold to make this a 7. And we're going to try to make things a little bit easier for myself. So we're going to use a gold. We're going to go to town here. And we are going to go here. And we're going to get 2 points towards our goal. So now we need 22 points from the mines, or we can get the hotel a few more times, but it does cost us 2 money. So let's use up 2 money, and that's all we're going to do for the turn, whether that's the smartest play. And then we get a free Badlands action. We can't forget about the Badlands action. And I think now, you know, I'm not happy to do it. I kind of wanted to get the free mines action out of this, but I think I'm going to try to brute force it by going through these bad chicken. I don't know. Do I want to gamble? Do I want to gamble? I think I want to just try to get this free cemetery action first out of the way, and then we will maybe like go for this and use our gun on it if we can, just to get like the double the money. Because I don't think I'm going to buy the gun this game till I get higher values or the bandana, so I have to keep that in mind too. So we have one wanted we're getting no matter what, so let's do that. And then let's flip over our card, see what we get. Oof, a three. Oh, okay, with a 3 we survive, so we're gonna get the points here. Just to remind myself, I did not get the money before, but I'm getting all this now, so I'm getting 2 victory points and 2 monies. Not great, but you know, better than nothing, but does feel like a waste of actions. This game is going by fast, man. 1, 2, 3. All right. Queen. It's a king. I'll take a king and a 10. All right. All right. So we're just going to get 2 pair. We're not going to get our full house. So we can keep any of these cards. We'll probably do it like this and like this. But I did get a king, which means I can get rid of more wanted. So as long as I don't have an ace, then we're good. And maybe I just like, I could pay gold against the wanted and, you know, just guarantee that I don't get it, but I think we're going to have to gamble a little bit and not do it that way. But I think we're just going to take the ace over here for now, and we are going to go to the mines with the king, and we are going to grab 4 victory points and another wanted. We're kind of doing okay with not monitoring our wanted, but keeping our wanted down. But we only have 5 actions left, and we got to get 24 points out of all this. So I don't know how we're going to do this, to be honest. I'm actually getting pretty nervous on how this is going to work. 1 wanted, 4 victory points, and I actually need 6 actions. So I can get 2 out of the cemetery with 2 cemetery actions. So how I get those cemetery actions is good. I don't know. And I also have this free action up here that I could take, maybe. I don't know. It's not free though. So yeah, I don't even know if we're gonna have enough points in all of our areas to do this. I'm gonna have to go to the hotel. And I don't know how we're gonna make this work, but we're gonna try. I feel like mathematically I've messed up somehow and it's not gonna work out. But anyway, it would work out if I didn't have to get all the rows. That's the issue. I could probably make this work if I didn't have to get this right here, but maybe we can still make it work with the hotel. I think the hotel is going to be the thing that makes this work, honestly. I go to the hotel twice and then just get this. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 14. That's going to be enough to pass, but not to win. So anyway, let's see. Sorry, I'm all over the place. So first, we're going to resolve our poker hand. We simply just got a 2 pair, which is not good. We needed the extra points on this one, and we did not get it. 4, 4, queen, queen. So 2 pairs, just 3 and 2. So we are 1 victory point ahead. Maybe a little bit more if you count the money. 1, 2, 1, 2, the hold'em, which means that, you know, hold'em's paying for itself with the poker hands, but not the way that we would hope. Then we get 4 more coins and an extra gold for the pen and work. And then what else? We got to do the sheriff. Sheriff, we have 2 wanted right now, so it's a 6. So we did not get arrested, which is great for us. We're going to recall and shuffle all these things. And we are going to not go to the mines. We're going to draw a sheriff card. Cards here. We're going to do a 9 and a 6, and then we're going to draw 3 cards. 1. Don't have the jack. We do have the 6. We're going to simply do this. And what do we want to do? Going to the town with a jack. not really worth it. But I could go to the saloon and get a lot of points if I do that. I could go here and get 9 victory points, which I kind of need, but doesn't get me to where I need to be. Or I could just simply turn the 3 into a diamond. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. We're gonna turn this 3 into a diamond with some gold. I have to get this done, so we're gonna do it now, and we're just gonna go to the jack space from here. 3, 1, and 2. So we're gonna get the 2 gold back. Get a wanted, and then we're gonna get 3 more victory points. 1, 2, 3. Feel like we're not gonna make our legendary score this round. All right, let's see. 4, 5, 10. And I just realized I probably should have used my tinderbox and tried to get a 4 or a queen. It's too late now, but that would have maybe been worth attempting before. All right, we have 2 hearts, so we're just going to simply drag a heart, and then we have these diamonds, so let's just go right to the mines and not even think about it. We are going to, what are we going to do? We are going to probably do the smartest thing we can and get the circled mine one first, right? But the dynamite could be useful if like we don't get the numbers we want. I could go this way or this way now, but that's the only way the dynamite's could be useful. Anyway, we get 1 per circled mine, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're at 10 right now. We might not even need to get any more until we need to. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully we can get some queens to take care of this wanted so we don't have to worry about it. That'd be helpful. And we have 3 hearts for potential flush, which is not horrible. Diamond, another heart here. So 4, 6. I think we take the heart. And I think we just go to the mines or we go to the town. Mines or town. I think we need to get the town. We need to get the town stuff done. And by town stuff, I think we need to get the hotel done. Do I want to spend 4 gold to do this though? That's kind of a lot. I can spend 3 gold if I turn this into a club. All right, what do I get if I use the 8? I can't, if I use the 8, I can't use the 8. The 8 is I could use the dynamite right now. And I can get 2 per, I can get 1 per circled building. I only have 3 circled buildings. Or I could get 1 per circled trail shop, but I only have 3 circled trail shops. So all these only get me 3 points each. So I really just need to focus on going to the hotel, I think. I think that's just going to be the play. So what's the best way I can do it? Spend a lot of gold to get to the hotel. I could go to the cemetery twice to get, I can go to the cemetery 3 times to get the final, this is our 3rd turn. I need to go to the cemetery twice. No, I need to go to the cemetery 3 times. That's one way to do it, but I'll get a lot of wanted doing it that way. Let's see. I want to just guarantee it without having to spend a lot of gold. If I go to cemetery here, and then cemetery 1 more time, I can, what can I do? I go here, and then I can use my wheelbarrow, and that would give me the 2 I need to get the hotel. So based on that, do I have any interesting things I can do with the cards I have? I guess I kind of do. I can, with 1 gold. All right, this is what I'm going to do. It's probably not a smart play. I'm going to go to the town, and I'm going to use a 3 and turn it into a 4. And we're going to go to the town. We're going to take this action. We're going to get a victory point out of that and a gold. No, we just have to spend gold, or we have to spend money. I don't know why I'm saying gold. To spend 3 money, get a hammer out of that. So we'll get our money back, I guess, at the end. But we basically did that because we get an extra victory point, and then we also get a free cemetery action. And we're just going to go here and get a pan and work. Not what I originally wanted to do. Originally, I wanted to get like the extra mine action, but I just don't have enough points in the mines to make that worth it. And there's a lot of wanted to be gotten there too, and I already have a lot of wanted that I got to potentially deal with. So we're gonna give ourselves a wanted from this. But when I go this way, oh, actually, I can get both. I can get a free dime. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be a little bit better than I thought. We'll get a little bit more points. It won't be that many points though, but you'll see if my brain is correct. It might not be correct though. All right, 3 more cards. All right, we got our flush. 4, 9, 10, 9, 8. Here's the 7 though. So I can't get the, no matter what I do, I can't get, well, I guess if I get the jack, right? Did I see the jack of hearts? I already saw the jack of hearts. So I cannot get a straight flush, but I can get a flush. So we'll get points from that. I got a queen. Queen is just what we wanted. We always want the queens. Managing our wanted levels. So we're out of 5 right now. So we're gonna have to decide later if we want to gamble or not. And then we have these cards. We've got a 7 and a queen. Neither is what we want, but we're just gonna go to the cemetery with these cards, I think. And we're gonna take a club action. No, we're gonna go here, get a wanted, take a club action, and we're gonna go to the hotel. Now we're up to 7. We gotta spend the 2 monies for that. Definitely went overboard on the money a little bit, but we can pay the we can pay the sheriff if we need to. Well, that's a positive note. Now we have one more action, and depending on what we get, it should be kind of interesting. So we'll see if we can make this work on our last action. Don't know if I definitely didn't play this game optimally. That's for sure. I don't think we're gonna get a high score, but we'll see what we can get. We got another queen, no kings. No king, so it doesn't matter what we take here. I don't think we're gonna probably. It does matter what we take. We're gonna take the 7 and the ace, and we're gonna put the queen over here. I think this is what we're gonna do. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it this way. And first, we're gonna get rid of 2 more wanted, and with that, we're gonna go. We're gonna use a gold to turn this ace into a 2, and we're gonna go after a chicken. That's my last turn, right? Yeah. So we're gonna go after this. Whoops. We're gonna go after this chicken. Maybe we can get another 2 victory points. We're gonna see. We are gonna get a wanted from this, no matter what. Let's see. Oh, we got a king. Wow. If I would have went for this one, I would have got a lot of money and victory points out of it. But oh well. Did not know that was gonna be a king. And sadly, I should have used this earlier. We're gonna use the Widowmaker to double the cash gained. So we're going to go from 1 to a 2 money. So not a really good use of the items that I have, but we will get 2 money instead of 1. And we're going to get 2 victory points at least. That will give us a free cemetery action. And then we're going to go here. We're going to get a free mine action and a 2 victory points, and instead of the 2 victory points, we're going to use the wheelbarrow, and the wheelbarrow is going to let us take a previously gained cemetery reward. So we're going to use a, well, first we got to give ourselves another wanted. So what are we at? 1 2 3 4 5 6 wanted. We're gonna have to figure that out later, but we're going to use this. We're gonna, instead of using this, let's cross it out. We're gonna get a second town action, and we're gonna go back to the hotel. And maybe if I did this smarter, I could have just gone to the hotel a second time, and that would have been worth more than all of this or some other action that I took. But we are gonna at least be guaranteed to pass, so that's good. We do have to lose 2 money from that though. We have a lot of money, so I don't know, maybe, whoops, maybe we will eke out a victory, but I don't think we're getting 90 points from what I see. And then I do have a free mine action as well from the cemetery. So we're just going to go here, and I can go to the trail or the buildings. I guess we'll do the buildings because I'll get an extra victory point by going here, but I do get 2 wanted for doing this. Not the greatest. Actually, I can go anywhere. I don't have to. I could do this one. 1 wanted and 1 per tombstone because I have 5 circled in the cemetery. 1 2 3 4 5. So yeah, that'll be worth another 5 points at the end of the game, but I do have to get another wanted. And that's it. That is the end of this game. I did not play it that well. I don't know what I could have done better other than I could have gotten one more hotel action. Like if I would have just not gone here for a turn and maybe not gotten this king, I probably could have gotten this hotel, and that would have been another 9 points. So we'll see if I'm 9 points away from 90, but I don't even think I'm 9 points away, but we're going to find out right now. But first, we're going to do our poker hand, and we have a flush. Not a straight flush, though. Almost a straight flush. A straight flush would have been wonderful, but we, of course, did not get a straight flush. So we're just going to get 6 monies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 5 victory points, which is better than nothing. 3, 4, 5. And let's just write down what we got. We had hearts. Why am I all over the place right now? Nope, that's not what I want. I know I have a button. I guess it's this one. I thought I had a button that zooms up here, but I guess I don't. But I just wrote down the hearts. Yeah, I thought it's this one. Nope, I guess it's not this one. So flush. There we go. 6 monies, 5 victory points. Then I have to pan and work. So we are going to give myself 4 monies. That's another victory point. 2 gold. That's another victory point. And then we have to decide what we want to do for this poker, for this sheriff. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can pay him off with 7 gold right now. That'd cost me what, 3 victory points, maybe 4 victory points. Or I could gamble. I think I have to gamble and pay him off with money. And if I do it that way, that would cost me like 4.5 victory points or 4 victory points, maybe 4 to 5 victory points. So I think I'm just going to gamble and see what sheriff card I have and hope for the best. Hopefully it's higher than a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it is. So we're all good. We can calculate our score and see how we did. So first things first, let's count our monies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I didn't even use the tinderbox to burn a card, which is something I probably should have done. I probably could have eked out maybe a better poker hand on the last round. So that's some points that I lost there too. All right, golds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I think oh no, it's actually more now. It's 1. Let's do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, plus 14, which is another 30, which is not horrible, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And then we got 10, 20, 25, 28. Assuming I didn't cheat, because I'm always told that I broke a rule somewhere. Let's do the math on that. That's going to be, what, 29? It is pretty close, actually. This is 29. So if it was 30, 30, 30, that'd be 90 at, what is it, 87? So my rookie mistakes probably cost me the game. By not getting this last hotel, which again, I just don't know how I didn't... like I said to myself at the beginning of the game, I'm going to get the hotel, and then I definitely messed it up. Probably didn't need to get this king, although it was a lot of fun. Although it did help me manage wanted, so maybe it paid off. What could I have done? I could have potentially got a better poker hand last round when I had the 4s and the queens. When I had these. Where is it? Here. Had I burned a card, I might have drawn a 4 or a queen, and the queen would have let me get rid of more wanted, which, you know, helpful, but also that would have been an additional 2 pair to a full house. That would have been an additional 4 victory points. That would put me at 91. So I did have a couple paths to succeeding on hard, but I think I just played it a little bit too loose. I just think the other thing I don't know either is this. If I wasn't forced to take this early, I probably would have gotten more points, I think. because I probably would have just skipped this entirely, or would have went for this row sooner and gotten more victory points from all this. But I do think this decision that I had to make here was kind of enough, because I also might have just not gotten, I might not have gotten this one, and that would have been a full action that then I could have gotten another 9 points here. I don't know. It's fine. Maybe I cheated myself in some other way and didn't give myself victory points, and someone would be like, hey, you actually didn't do this. But yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with going into the last chapter with a special power. I've done pretty well so far. I probably won't get the highest legendary campaign ending, but I'll get like one of the best ones, I guess. So anyway, I do have to now come up with a word that needs to be said inside of here we go. So if you want to join the raffle, today's word is, why are you not working? What's going on? Here we go. So today's word is going to be, why am I doing it this way? There we go. Hashtag hotel, because I should have gotten that hotel. That would have solidified the win, I think. Again, it is what it is. I'm proud of my play. I'm also playing at like 3 in the morning, as I usually do, since I have to work. Then I have to do some freelance work, and then I got to put my kid to bed, and then I got to catch up on house duties afterwards. So, you know, your typical adult stuff. So, and then I got to get up at 9 in the morning to take my kid somewhere. So, love that kid. One day when he's older, he can watch these videos and be like, wow, my dad never slept. Instead, he was playing Fliptown on the internet. All right, so hotel is your next entry if you want to get a free copy of the print and play version of Fliptown. Don't forget to go check out, I don't think I have the campaign open anymore. Let's see. There we go. Don't forget to go check out the Flip Voyage and Fliptown New Frontier campaign. We got 27 days to go, so it's kind of a long time. So I will probably be done with the campaign before this is over, but it seems like it's doing pretty well. I'd be happy with this if this was my project. And then some final things. If I even have it set up. I feel like I don't have it set up. Yeah, I do have it set up. If you would like to support me, I do have a Patreon. I have a couple patrons. One is my rules person, my rules guru, who always catches me in mistakes, Kumaguro, but Sloth Bear, you're not forgotten as well. If you would like to support me, that's one way to do it. Other ways is just like and subscribe and comment and let me know how I'm doing. If you made it through these videos, if not, I am a small YouTuber trying to become a slightly less smaller YouTuber. Anyway. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.